without shoveling any of the snow, which would be the smart thing to do, can go the Han make it out of that little snow pile? God, I hope so, because I'm cold. I'm stuck. I was trying to turn around and every time I put it in gear, the ass end just slides down the hill. Shit. God, that was the slowest and most aggravating thing I've ever experienced. All right, now that we got the truck pointed in the right direction, I can answer a question that I'm sure quite a few of you are thinking, which is, why aren't you just taking the Suburban? Well, I need to work on the tune on this truck, so that doesn't really make sense to take the Suburban now, does it? Come on, load. I've got a flashing new tune in it that has the PE disabled, and basically all I'm going to do is just drive around a bunch, wasting gas, trying to data log, and then making adjustments to the tune from the data log, and hopefully improving a lot of things. Tune is flashed in. Open the door to let the computer kind of reset its stuff. start the scanner one more time. There we go. So I think now we can actually hit the road, start making some... Yeah, now we can hit the road and start making some changes. Oh, that was a good one. All right, we gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving, come on. Yes! We made it out of the driveway. That was a legitimate concern. Golly. This thing's running horrible. Alright, there's a parking lot right here I'm going to pull into and make some of these changes to, see if it helps. Try not to slip and die on this ice. Although the truck's trying to die right now. And right now I'm trying to look up a couple things to make sure I'm doing it right, because it never hurts to double check things like that. Oh, getting a call. Hello? Josh? Is this about cylinder heads?
Yeah, it's about that, what is it, commercial V2203.
Yeah, 1342, the order number, or someone else?
No, this one is 1327.
Ah, alright. Well, I was also trying to get a hold of you, so if you have just a couple seconds, that'd be awesome. I ordered a set of small block Chevy cylinder heads last Monday, and I was just trying to check the status of that. Yeah, the order number was 1342. Josh Snyder, S-N-I-D-E-R. Alright, sounds good. Thank you. Are you fucking kidding me? So that was the guy that runs the company that I bought the cylinder heads from, that I've been trying to get a hold of for 5 days now. I literally sent him 3 emails and called him 5 times, left a few messages, and he just called me by mistake trying to get a hold of someone else about their order complaint, which is, man, I just want the cylinder heads. Like, they're supposed to be good. They were relatively cheap, and I don't know, man. I really hate returning things like that and dealing with shitty orders and stuff like that, because it's just such a hassle, and I don't have that personality. I'd rather just deal with it, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm still trying to look stuff up and talk to you at the same time. This has been frustrating. It's been, by the time you see this video, it will have been 12 days since I made the purchase, and I haven't heard anything from him. Like, the first day, got the email confirmation saying that the transaction went through, and then nothing. Like I said, there was no shipping confirmation, and nothing like that. So it's just been very frustrating, because it's really difficult to make YouTube videos about a truck you're working on when you have pretty much nothing to do to it. Now I do have other parts that showed up for it that I'm really excited about, but I can't do anything with those until I get the heads. Basically, the whole thing's being held up by these fucking heads, and I thought that by going with this company that's supposed to be pretty decent, instead of just buying like the eBay heads, which, I mean, these pretty much are, they're just through an actual company, if that makes sense. I thought by going through them, things would be a little more legit, but it's been so much more of a headache. Like, I think if I had just bought the eBay heads, they would have been here by now, and we could have the motor all together, and be worrying about other things. Who knows? I think my passenger side oxygen sensor is no bueno, because no matter what I do, the fuel trim is at 25%. So that means it's adding an extra 25% fuel over there, which is probably why it's running like shit. I'll take what I have now and flash it in, because I've got quite a bit of idle data, so I'll be able to tell kind of quickly if it worked or not. I'm gonna get destroyed out here, aren't I? See, people ask me all the time, like, how to tune. One, I don't know. Two, it's a lot of trial and error. Unless you've been doing it for a while or you catch on to things really, really quickly, it is a lot of just try this, see if it improves. If it does, keep going that way. If it doesn't, go the opposite way. It started a whole lot easier. It started real quick. I don't know how much is going to show up, how much you'll be able to hear it on camera, but it's rough, man. This thing sounds like trash. I've got to pee. I just want this truck to run well. This is ridiculous, man. See, like, I think we're making progress, but I still don't 100% trust the oxygen sensor on the passenger side, so like I really could be wasting all my time with this. I just don't have enough experience, really. Well, today hasn't been quite the smooth sailing that I was hoping for. I mean, getting the truck out of the snowbank went pretty well, but then getting it actually just turned around in the driveway took like 10 minutes. Getting it out of the driveway went well, but then once we got on the road is when things went south. So like, I got it to where it would idle really well, and then anything off idle and the O2 banks would just like split like that. One would go super negative, the other would go super positive. I'm not skilled enough to really just comprehend what's going on there. It's acting kind of like the oxygen sensors are switched and the passenger side's reading for the driver side, vice versa, so they're making like the wrong corrections. But I don't think that's even possible to mix up those wires. I don't think it can physically reach to the other side of the truck. So I'm talking to a couple people that are way smarter than me, and one of them pointed out that it could just be a bad oxygen sensor, which, I mean, is very possible. I've never replaced them, and as cheap as they are, I'm just going to throw a couple new ones in there, see if that fixes anything, just to narrow it down, see if it helps, and then just keep moving forward. So, and then you saw earlier the guy about the cylinder heads called, and he said he would get back with me. Never did. It is 8 o'clock, so hopefully tomorrow he gets back with me. The thing that's funny about that is I was trying to get a hold of him for the past like 5 or 6 days, and I wasn't hearing anything back. So I finally said last night that I'm going to call him a few more times today, and if he doesn't pick up or doesn't answer or get back with me, I was just going to report it to PayPal, try and get my money back, and then buy heads from somewhere else. So I called him 4 times earlier today, 3 or 4 times earlier today, and there was no answer, so I said screw it, and I reported it, and then like an hour or 2 later is when he called me by accident, which is ridiculous, because I mean, he had to have seen my calls and my messages. Hopefully I can get that figured out, and we can keep moving ahead with Jack Black. But in an effort to share some good news, there are a pretty substantial pile of parts immediately to my right. Yeah, I think we'll start it off with this guy. There are 2 of these, just so you know. And this is just a cheapo Summit -6 90-degree AN fitting. And I did open it up earlier because I've never played with AN line before. And this is necessary because of what's in this box. And what's in that box is relating to what's in the box over there. We'll take it one step at a time. This Swiss Army knife has saved my life so many times. There have been at least 3 times I was out riding motorcycles and like a hose or a screw or something came loose, and this thing was perfect for it. So I try to never go anywhere without it. This is a permanent left pocket item. There we go. This is, I was expecting it to be in a bag, honestly. This is just some braided nylon -6 line, 3 feet of it. It was 12 bucks, something like that. I am just playing around with this just for the sake of playing around with it. You know, I actually think that this might be the same stuff that's on that. I don't know if that's metal braided or steel braided, or if it's this nylon junk. I shouldn't say junk, it seems pretty good for what little I know. This AN line is for Jack Black. I'll deal with this in a bit. This is for Jack Black because how do I want to say this? We're kind of putting the horse before the cart. Is that how the saying works? Putting the cart before the horse, horse before the cart. We're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. This is where things will start to make a little bit more sense. This is a fuel pressure regulator, and yeah, you've already seen that there is one on the truck. Here's some -6 fittings. Yeah, you've already seen that there is one on the truck. I got it mounted on the firewall right now, and that one right back. And that one goes from 4 to 9 psi. I think it is. I think it's 4 to 9 psi. And this one goes, there you go, 30, I think it was. Oh no, this one says 0 to 100. I thought it was 30 to 100. But yeah, it goes to 100 psi. And it's actually boost reference, which I'm not going to be needing, so don't start thinking anything there. But yeah, this one goes to 100 psi. So I think you guys can kind of figure out where we're going with this. So yeah, the one that's on the truck only goes up to, I think it's like 9 or 12 psi. And I had to get a new one for a little bit more fuel pressure. And I needed this in the new line because we're going EFI. Obviously this is the Summit Max EFI 500, which means I think the 500 denotes that it's capable of a 500 horsepower setup. So yeah, Jack Black's going to be fuel injected and hopefully turnkey and pretty reliable, and it's all self-learning. I'm super excited about it. Now, once again, the main issue here is I can't do anything with that until I get the cylinder heads. I don't know when they're going to show up, when they're even going to ship out. So I'm just stuck here looking at this thing that I want to play with really bad and can't do anything with. Kind of like high school all over again. I guess I could open it and show you guys what's in it, huh? There's a whole mess of wiring, which is actually really neatly labeled, and once you got it all spread out, there's really not that much wiring. Right here's the computer, literally about the size of a hand, and it's all aluminum. It looks pretty good. Here's a little touchscreen display. You select everything, set up your parameters, and you can, I think this doubles as like a dashboard for you too. But yeah, this is all nice and aluminum too. And then here is what everybody wants to see, the throttle body itself. And it's really nice. It's all nicely machined. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it's the nylon braided stuff. Should be the exact same as that, probably different brand or whatever. Well, no, because this is Summit brand. It could be the exact same stuff. Oh, yeah. Let me see, make sure that works. There we go. I think it flows like 900 or 1000 or 1050 CFM, something like that. It should flow way plenty for Jack Black there. It has 4 66-pound injectors, and I think that's like the limiting factor to the 500 horsepower. I think if you put bigger injectors in here, you could support more horsepower. And then probably the same thing with the map sensor. If you put like a 2-bar map sensor on it, I'm sure that ECU is capable of a 2-bar map sensor. If it's not, then, I mean, 500 naturally aspirated horsepower is going to be plenty. Considering I think that engine will probably only make about 400, so, I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. It's actually on sale right now for $675 for everything. Obviously, you'll need a fuel system upgrade, which is why I got the new fuel pressure regulator. The truck already has an intake pump that should be capable of 60 PSI. We'll see if I have to upgrade it later. I mean, it's not too difficult of a job. It's just another thing that has to get done and paid for. But yeah, I am super excited. I cannot wait to get that on the truck. But unfortunately, I have to, which means you also have to. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're just gonna keep waiting for parts. Hopefully some good news coming up. Fingers crossed, hopefully something good happens. Hopefully those heads ship out, because I really don't want to go through ordering another set of heads. But if I have to, I'll probably just go with the actual eBay set. Stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. We'll see you next time.